Hello, boys and girls. It is Roxors with another Age of Sigmar Champions gameplay video. I'm not liking how I have to always change the volume, but what are you gonna do? Alright, so we're gonna give Valkia another go to see if she redeems herself. Had a bad draw, but yeah, let's give it another go. Typically when playtesting, I'll play a deck like 10 times, and if I don't get like a 60% win rate, then I kind of go back to the drawing board. And when your deck loses, a lot of times it's because you're not optimizing quest rotations. So what you need to do is go back into your deck builder, look at your champions, and make sure that you have enough of those abilities to activate those. I try to think of it as every one I count up, I want 3 cards that facilitate that. So if I've got, let's say in this case, let's see, I got Chaos Champion, we'll do abilities. So he's got 1 ability, and then Deathbringer's got another ability, and then Bloodthirster's got, so out of those 3 abilities, I want 9 abilities in my deck. Because you're obviously not going to play every blessing every game, but you got to draw them. And especially if it's closer toward the front of, or it's, if it's like your first one, like Exalted is, you don't want to draw it in 10 turns. You want to have it in your opening hand. So you need to be able to do that. Now the counterpoint to that is that you draw 4 abilities right off the bat, and it's kind of lackluster. That's kind of how our last game went. But it looks like we're up against some semblance of a mirror here. So let's see if it indeed is a mirror, Mr. Animate Virus. Alright, we'll throw him for a loop here. Put Valkia on the corner. So, abilities are obviously just gonna come naturally. Alright, so he's got a wizard. Alright, well, we've blanked his heroic, so that's good. But we might have to deal with some spells, so that's good to know. Alright, let's see if we get a better draw here. There we go. That's our boy. So, I typically don't like to go right for the gusto in playing the Skull Fiend, because I kind of want to bait out some removal. So what we're going to do is we'll play this guy in the middle, and we'll see if we can draw some more action. If he just gets spooked, then maybe he'll remove him. Alright, there's the Fleshhounds. So if you guys watched the last video, I had the charging Bloodthirsters, the big scary guys that end in a 6. I don't know why those were in there. I think I put them in there mistakenly when I was building my Archaon deck, but I'm looking for more or less that. And really, the only reason that they're in here is because Bloodthirster's last quest. I'd hate to not be able to complete a quest, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so we made it to a certain extent. So what we're going to do, and what one of my favorite things to do is just to play a Fanatical Skull Fiend, and I've got good cards in my hand. Now, if I needed to, I draw without playing the Skull Fiend, because the worst thing that can happen is that it gets removed on its first corner like it is now. So to prevent that, I rotate it, because now it's done 4 and 5 from this guy right here, and now if he removes it, it's gonna do another 2 and 3 because of this guy. So it's done 8 damage, which in the scheme of units, that's pretty good. Now that's not pretty good. We don't want to get hit by that in the face. And it might happen, so we will see. Alright, this guy's done. So, to try to get some maximum value here, this is kind of like what I like to do. So I'm trying to show you what this deck's trying to do. So we're going to Heroic Act, which is going to rotate him. He's doing his 3, 4 for Valkia, 2 for himself, 7 for the Bloodthirster, 2 from that guy. That did 9 damage. Now we're going to add insult to injury by removing it, triggering the last stand trigger. And watch this. 2? 2 for him, 1 for Bloodthirster, 2 for him. That's 7. He almost dead. Your go, buddy. Now granted, we're taking some lumps. Yep. But we're going to try to kill him before that 10 damage. You know what I'm saying? Better start drawing some cards or have some removal. Alright, yep. A lot of Chaos decks, the way people are building them is they kind of just put as much damage as they can in it. You know, Chaos has a way of doing that. So, you know, we had a huge swing there. Yep, got some life back, got some more damage in. Now, the question is, can I take him out now? And I don't think I can. So what we will do is we'll play the Flesh Hounds here. And then we'll trigger the Flesh Hounds, because we can, with this guy. Now, the reason we do this is because there's 3 damage right there, right? Flesh Hounds won't do damage next turn because this guy is going to rotate to nothing. 2 things can happen. They try to remove it, last stand kills him. They don't remove it, we Valkia trigger him and rotate him anyway. So he played that and we killed him in 4 turns. So watch this. So I take damage, right? And then we just Valkia trigger. So it should be 3, 4, 5, 6 from the Deathbringer, and then I did bad math there. We got him anyway. But that's how it's supposed to go. So you saw the speed of what it can do, and I will say, you know, a lot of it relies upon that Blood Fiend. There is another guy that has 4 corners that kind of does the same thing, but that last extra bit of damage from last stand is really what kind of puts it over the top. So that's what you're trying to do. Thanks for watching, guys. That's Valkia and how she is meant to work. Again, thanks for watching. And if you want to see more of these, feel free to leave a comment or any suggestions on any sort of deck that you want to see done, or maybe some explanations as to some deck tech on certain alliances if you're having trouble building a deck. I'll take any suggestions and try to help you out, because I feel like it'll help out the community in general. So like and subscribe, and I will see you again. Rock Swords, your box swords.